One more game, liveoddssportsbookreview.com. A good one Friday night. USC at Utah. Utah 3, 46.5 the total. USC has become a dumpster fire. They chose Sarkisian over Peterson. Think about that. And then they promoted Clay Helton and gave him a 5-year deal. Since they removed the interim tag, he has 1 win, and it doesn't stop there. Did an offensive lineman, E.J. Price, punch him in the face? Internet conjecture here. People close to the program say it didn't happen. They are calling the transfer due to homesickness. He's from Georgia, so he left, and you could see a mass exodus of guys leaving the program now.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of internet rumors yesterday. Let's just put it that way. You know, I mean, the internet was going nuts. They were talking about Max Brown, who just got demoted as a starting quarterback, transferring. They were talking about Juju Smith declaring it for the NFL draft as soon as the season was over. You're talking about the wide receiver and the cornerback, Keyshawn Pye Young, as a guy who might transfer. And after all this said, the only guy who officially transferred was the freshman, E.J. Price, the offensive lineman, who was rumored to have punched Helton in the face. Helton denied the rumors. Price denied the rumors. From all indications, it didn't happen. That being said, the internet likes to get excited about things, and the USC locker room right now has stuff that people can get excited about because from all indications, there is turmoil within that locker room right now. As much as they loved Clay Helton last year, not convinced they love him quite as much this year.
And two terrible job, bad offense against Alabama and especially on the road against Stanford. So a quarterback change. Brown is out, Darnold's in, and did he rush this decision because he's got to go on the road against a good defense, and Utah would have had an easy win against BYU, but they kept turning the ball over.
It's a little bit baffling, this QB change at this time when you're benching the number one QB prospect in the country, a guy who was rated higher than Jared Goff coming out of high school. And you wonder, Sam Darnold might be happy that Helton's given him the starting job, but maybe he wants to punch Helton in the face afterwards because you don't give a guy his first start on the road at Utah. He's a legit prospect and a guy who Helton could build around. But I just wonder, after this week, they've got home games versus 2 weak defenses, Arizona State, Colorado. Over the next 2 weeks, that might be the time to get your young, talented NFL prospect QB into the fold, and you play the veteran in a game like this where against Utah, you're going to face a defense that's absolutely going to smash you in the mouth.
Here's a quote from Max Brown, taking the demotion in stride. Quote, "I know how these things work. I mean, usually once the young guy goes, you know how it is, but I'll be ready. I owe it to my teammates," end quote. He's already graduated, a year of eligibility left. He'll be shopping for a transfer, can play immediately anywhere next year. Interesting total here, and again, I would look to the under, just like at BYU Utah when we previewed that game. How about the skill position players with Utah? Any firepower on this offense?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a funny matchup. Funny is not the right word. It's an interesting matchup. I mean, USC weakness is offensive line and defensive line. And that's the Utah strength. So Utah is supposed to be able to control the trenches in this ballgame. We've seen that we see them do that on a consistent basis so far this season. USC strength is all skill position talent. The Utah weakness is skill position talent, but they did show some promise last week against San Jose State. Now, admittedly, San Jose State's not USC, but still, the Frost running back, Zach Moss, he ran for a long touchdown. The senior wide receiver, Tim Patrick, both of them had big play, outrun the defense touchdowns, and that is a positive sign for a Utah team that has looked to be a little bit lacking in the skill position talent department, at least through the first few weeks of the season.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey everyone, tune into the Odds Couple Show for today, Wednesday, September 21st. Mike Brenner and I are chugging along. He had a winner yesterday. All my leans won yesterday, except I didn't have the ball.
Yep.
Have the balls to give him.
The
but that's
no
okay,
balls lean.
because I do share the leans in this show, and that's the important part. Mike Brenner, you psyched for today's show?
I am. I got one special play, and it's not missing.
Excellent.
Come on over.